All right, shalom, shalom. First of all, I say, call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makar the Mount Apostles, read millstones, hard truth, citations like to Israel. And today's lesson is mainly going to be on, the promise. It's not going to be a long lesson. It's going to be, I'm going to catch this real brief. Because, many men, be getting it wrong, especially Christians would like to say that a promise was given to everyone because everyone that was under Abraham's seed, that's of the chosen line, but the main line is Isaac and Jacob, through Isaac and Jacob. So that's why the scripture says, through Isaac shall thy seed be called, or Jacob shall thy seed be called. Like I butchered that. But we're going to get into it right here. This is Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now the Lord has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. And that's the scriptures that, they like to say that it's talking about all of Abraham. It's talking about, it's talking about Ishmael, it's talking about all of them. No, but this is briefly this is talking about, certain men of the line of Abraham, like Isaac and Jacob. Okay? Let's go ahead and get here. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. I'm going to start at 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whether he went, because he's walking by faith. Okay? By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacle with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. So that's his heirs. So it's not saying, it didn't say Ishmael. It didn't say everybody, every other nation, that came out of the loins of Abraham, right? See, this is only a select few that's chosen. Okay, just like, okay, and you got men that will say that, well, out of Isaac came out Jacob and Esau. Well, we all understand that Jacob was a chosen line, but it wasn't Esau. So it's the same thing in that sentence there. So it's who the Lord chosen. But it says right here, heirs with him of the same promise. And who was with them? It was Isaac, with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Okay, so the promise was not given to everyone. It wasn't given to all the other nations, and all the other nations don't got it. Okay, it's only the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, only the 12 tribes. All right, in which Jacob, when he go down from his sons, he got damn near all of them, and then he got all the 12 tribes. Okay, so this is Romans chapter 9, verse 6. Not as though the word of the Most High have taken non effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right there. So in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay. So I'm going to reread that. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. So it goes into the seed. Okay, that's where the children of the promise is. Whose seeds? Through Isaac and Jacob. Okay, so going from there, from them, those are the men that was in that promise. And that's ultimately it goes to Israel. Okay, it goes into Israel, which is the 12 tribes of Israel. That's who the promise was given. Okay, so that's why it's specifically saying, that's why it's not all of Abraham's children. That's why it's not Ishmael. It's not going in from Agar. It's not going in from all of them. Okay, go ahead.
This is Romans 11, the Amplified Bible, 11 and 15. For if their present rejection of salvation is for the reconciliation of the word to the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, what will their exception of salvation be, but nothing else than life? For the dead, if the first partition offered as the first fruits is holy, so is the whole branch of the root, Abraham. The patriarchs is holy, so are the branches, the Israelites. Numbers chapter 15 and 19, because that's the point, is the Israelites, which comes out of Abraham through Isaac, which the 12 patriarchs were the 12 tribes of Israel. Going to tell you right there that the Israelites are that branch, that holy branch that stemmed from Abraham unto Isaac and unto Jacob. Right? And how you talk about it going into the sacrifice, right? This is the sacrifice of first fruits. Numbers 15. Numbers 15 and 15 and 19. You're right here. Numbers 15. Well, number 15, 17. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land which I am bringing you, then when you eat the food of the land, ye shall lift up an offering, have an offering to the Lord. Ye shall lift up a cake and made of the first of your ground grain, which has been made into dung, as an offering to the Lord, as an offering from the threshing floor." And that's the point, because the first fruits, that's what we were doing. The giving up the offerings to the Most High. And that's the point, as you know, talking about the Israelites, because only the Israelites were given to the laws of sacrifice. We're given those laws of sacrifice. We're only the Israelites.
Only the Israelites.
No one else. No, the Most High never gave anyone the laws of sacrifice but unto Israel. And that's the point. Going right back to alluding back to Romans. I'll read it again. What was it? Romans 9. I believe it was. I'm not used to this phone thing. It's like is it Romans? Can't see it. Okay. Yeah, it's like Romans 11, and I was at verses I was at verse 15. For if their present rejection of salvation is a reconciliation of the world of the world to the Most High, what will their exception of salvation be but nothing less than life? For the dead, if the first partition of offered as the first fruits is holy, so is the whole branch. And if the root Abraham, the patriarchs, is holy, so are the branches, the Israelites. And that's the point. But if some of the branches were broken off, and you were Gentiles, being like a wild olive tree, which were Israelites, because they broke from that branch from Abraham to Isaac, Jacob, which they broke off, means they fell off, right? Being like a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them to share with them the riches of the root of the olive tree. Do not boast over the broken branches, and exalt yourself at their expenses. If you do boast and feel superior, remember that it is not you who supports the root, but the root that supports you. And who's the root? Abraham.
Yep.
He's the root.
He's the root. Yep.
Abraham. Because it's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the root.
Abraham,
right?
Isaac, yep.
Because that's what supports us from being able to come back to this knowledge, and be able to keep our heritage, because of the seed. It holds us firm, right? So remember that it is not you who supports the root, but the root that supports you. You will say then, the branches were broken off so that I might be grafted in. That is true. They were broken off because of their unbelief, but you stand by your faith as believers, understanding the truth of the Mashiach Yahushua. Do not be content. Do not be contented, but rather stand in great awe of the Most High and fear Him. For if the Most High did not spare the natural branches because of unbelief, He will not spare you either. Then appreciate the glorious kindness and sincerity of the Most High to those who fall into spiritual ruin, but to you, the Most High's kindness, if you continue in His kindness by faith, obtain uh, obedience to Him. Otherwise, you too will be cut off, and even that the unbelieving Jews, if they do not continue in their if they do not continue in their unbelief, will be grafted in. For the Most High has power to graft them in again. The unbelieving Jews, graft them in again, because those were those Gentiles that fell away, who will be grafted in again, back into the knowledge, back into the fold, back into the truth of them being Israelites, right? Hold on, let me kind of get to the point right here. I want to go right here. So I'm gonna go jump down to I'm gonna go to verse 25. I do not want you believers to be unaware of this mystery. The Most High Yahweh previously hidden plan, so that you will not be wise in your own opinion. That partially hardening has temporarily happened to Israel to last until the full number of the Gentiles have come in, so that at the time all Israel, that is all Jews who have personal faith in Yahweh Mashiach, will be saved, just as it is written in the scriptures. The deliverer Messiah will come from Zion, and he will remove ungodliness from Jacob. Isaiah 59, 20-21. This is my covenant with them when I took away their sins.
Yep.
Jeremiah 31. And that's the point right there, man. And it's you can read more, but that's the point, though. The whole point is that what we're alluding to, going back to the fact, is that the roots supported the branches. You know, the promise the Most High made Abraham with his covenant, and with Isaac and with Jacob, that's what supports us now today, is our forefathers. You know, so the root, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's what keeps us going. That's because we come out of that seed of the patriot, we come from that righteous seed. You know, so even though the fact is that you might not know you're an Israelite, you might go off, you might be in what you call in a Gentile state of mind, but you're still holy because the root is holy, and you're still a part of that branches because you're part of that direct seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which who the Most High called, which are Israelites. That's all right.
This is a precept. This is 2 Ezra chapter 3, verse 12. And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth begun to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they begun again to be more ungodly than at first. And this happened after the time of Noah. Okay, this was after the flood. Okay, when they started coming back, when having sex through the line of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, which is that's ultimately become from those lines also, but not like I said, the seed is with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, but this was when those men that was going off, okay, was after the time of the flood. Okay, now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst chosen thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst chosen him to thee, and put by Esau, and so Jacob became a great multitude. So yeah, so there you go.
So real quick, just real quick, I got a precept, Romans 11:1 in the Amplified Bible. I'm reading out this lately a lot. Israel is not cast away. I said, has Yahweh rejected and disannowed his people? Currently not. For I too am an Israelite, a descendant of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin.
Beautiful.
Simple as plain.
So,
I'm jumping down to the Most High has not rejected his chosen people, whom he foreknew, or do you not know the scripture says Elijah, how he pleads with the Most High against Israel? Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yep. So that the chosen people are the Israelites,
That's
man.
it, man.
That's the 12 tribe. Okay, and that's who the Lord had chose.
Mm-hmm.
Cause just like how we read here, so you can't say Esau,
Nope.
cause he just wasn't chosen.
Nope.
So yeah, so we stem from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's the root.
That's the root.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's the lump. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this real quick. It's Genesis chapter 35. Let's go. Really, it's down.
Can't run that one, man.
So they can't. They gotta get out here with all that whole nations or everybody. Like no, the promise wasn't for everybody.
No.
It was just only for the chosen line.
Yeah.
Because I've heard, I've been hearing, some Christians talk about some, Abraham seed was also Ishmael too. It was them. But they wasn't the chosen seed though. It wasn't chosen line. It wasn't called.
They weren't called.
The Lord picks and chooses who He wants, and that it just wasn't called. The chosen was like I said, from on down is the Israelites that came from Isaac and Jacob and Abraham. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Even the Most High to this day is never cast off His people.
Never cast off His people, man. This is Genesis chapter 35 and 9. And the Most High appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padan Aram and blessed him. And the Most High said unto him, Thy name is Jacob, thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name, which is Yasha, Prince of Power, okay? And he called his name Israel. And power said unto him, I am thy power almighty. Be fruitful and multiply, a nation and a company of nations. And a company of nations. And which we know from Jacob, his sons, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, Asher, all them. That's the chosen nation. Came out of him the chosen nation. Okay, which was Israel. See, that's what it said. And a company of nations. See? And this is speaking to what? This is speaking to Jacob right now. I was going with Jacob right now. I'm going to read that. And the Most High said unto him, I am thy power almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee. And kings shall come out of thy loins. Right? The scripture says ye are a royal priesthood, a holy nation. Right? We're kings. We're powers. Yasha Allah, Prince of Power. Prince of God, Prince of Power, okay? And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac to thee, I will give it to thy seed. After thee will I give the land. And the Most High went up from him in the place where he talked with him. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone. And he poured a drink offering thereon. And he poured oil thereon. And Jacob called the name of the place where the Most High spake with him in Bethel. So you can't get around it, man. The chosen seed, it comes from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. And that's the 12 tribes of Israel. There is no other seed, man. There is no other. So you can miss me with the bullshit. Yeah. So that's enough of that. Yeah. Fucking.
There is nobody else.
The Lord specifically. Hey man, it's just Israel. You can't get out of that. I'm gonna go ahead. If you got anything else before I close out.
The scripture says the Most High changed not. That you sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Come.
And also scripture saying about Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said the Son of Man today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
Come.
So the Most High don't change. The Most High's word never changed. When Matthew and when Peter, Matthew, James, John, Andrew, Bartholomew, Timothy, Simon, all the 12, when Yahweh Shai himself, when they all read out of the prophets. They all read out of the books of the law. And that book of the law always stayed the same. The new covenant, something is re-advised, rewrote. When you go back to read about Peter, what he do? Peter went back to what the Psalms. Went back to Isaiah, went back to the scriptures. You go where they went back to the prophets, and the prophets always spoke about Israel.
Yep.
There's nothing that's never changed. It's always stayed the same.
Go ahead, close out on the scripture. This is Genesis chapter 28, verse 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went towards Haran, And he lightened up a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in the place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua, the power of Abraham. I am Yahweh, power of Abraham, thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, to thy seed, to thy seed. Right? And this is why you gotta read. When you read the scripture, you gotta read it very carefully. Okay, and thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and which that's what we are now. Okay.
Hosea 10 chapter, Israel being said as a seed.
Come, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. It was scattered, and we're not scattered abroad. We're scattered abroad. Okay, and in thee. And in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. So the families of the earth is not talking about every nation. It's talking about what? The seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? The 12 tribes of Israel. That's the families it's talking about. Okay? So there's no families but the Israelites, man. That's how you know the Lord, he never told no type of heathen that, oh, the promise is to you. Like, no, it's always been Israel. It's always been Israelites, man. It's always been us. It's always been us. Okay? And Lord, like Jeremiah said, the Lord changed not. So, and it will always be us, man. So the promise is given to the Israelites, whether you like it or not. All right. I hope that was edifying. And with that, you got anything else?
No,
We like to say, Kol Lord Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Karkadash. Divine Elders, Apostles, Great Millstone, Tarshu, Citation of Let Israel. This is Brother Tazban Jeremiah. And with that, Shalom and Baba.